up until recently, I did not know how to properly sharpen my photos. All I really knew is that there was a sharpening slider inside of Lightroom. I would turn it up and sometimes it looked good and sometimes it would look terrible, gritty, and just artificial. Obviously, you clicked to watch this video, so you might be having some of the same sort of misunderstandings of this tool like what I had, but that changes in this video because I've got a couple of quick and easy little tips to help you really master the sharpening tool. All right, so here we are in Lightroom. Got this picture of a squirrel, and I went ahead and added one of my presets to just get the edit going. If you want to check out the presets, link down in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in, and what I really want to do is get the proper details of this image sharpened. Now, typically what I would do is just take the sharpening slider and I would just move it up until things started to look sharper. But what you'll notice is that in the background, we have now sharpened so much that there is texture on the blurry background. And I'm not really going for that kind of look and just noticing that this just isn't looking really right. And that's part of that artificial grittiness that I associate with over sharpening, and I want to try to avoid that. The right and the more proper way to sharpen your images is to utilize these other sliders underneath of the sharpening slider. In particular, the masking. The masking slider will basically include and not include certain parts of the image that are being sharpened, so then that way you can have your subject in focus but the background can be out of focus, and it's just pulling sharpness onto more of the things that already have some detail to them, so it's not just doing it over the entire image. But let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to take things to the extreme. I got sharpening at 150. I'm going to start moving that masking slider, but I need to see what I'm choosing to mask and what I'm not choosing to mask. So to do that on my Mac, I hold down Option. And as I hold down Option and start moving that masking slider, you'll notice that things start to get really interesting looking. And as I move things to the right, you'll notice that less things are being illuminated by the white. The white things are really what is being sharpened. So when masking is down, that means that your entire image is being affected by the sharpening. And as you move the masking to the right, the things that have less detail are starting to be excluded from the sharpening, and the things that are showing up as white are being sharpened. So let's go ahead and find a good spot here. I think 90% is looking pretty good. So now if I zoom in on the image, we'll see that the squirrel is super duper sharp, but the background is still blurry. If I do a little before, and then now with the mask, we have a hyper sharp squirrel and we have a nice blurry and smooth background. But we are not done yet. We're going to hold down that Option key again, and we're going to start messing with the radius. And you'll notice as you move the radius, everything goes gray and dark gray. And again, this is showing the exact kind of detail you're going to get with the additional sharpening. So you can move that radius all the way to the right, and once you do your little before and after, you really see that just there's a greater area of sharpening and it has a greater degree. And if you move things back, not quite as much. And then if you hold down Option and move that detail slider, you'll be able to see again more of the detail, but just in a little bit of a simpler and less busy manner. So we can add more detail. Now that we have done all of our sharpening the right way, let's zoom in and just see how much of a difference we've made. Here's our subject before we did the sharpening. Looks fine, almost looks a little blurry in comparison to the after. Bam. So super sharp, ultra detailed. Honestly, this is further than I would take it in a normal edit, but I wanted to show you just how you could customize your sharpening, so then that way it's not going to ruin your entire image or make it look a little too artificial. And in case my Lightroom Mobile friends were wondering if this works on Lightroom Mobile, it does, but the trick is you have to hold down the slider first and then place a finger on your image. Once you do that, for all these sliders, you're able to see the details as you would if you're using the desktop version. There you have it. That is how you sharpen your photos photos the right way. If you got value out of this video, why don't you go ahead and add some value right back to it by hitting that like button. And if you want to watch some more videos that I've made, I've got more Lightroom content, quite a few videos actually. This will be added to that playlist, and here's another video that you just might enjoy. But until the next time, my name is Zach Sopak. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.